Let's go to Brian on the line in New Tampa. Brian, welcome to the Chris Markowski Show.
Hey, Chris. Yeah, I like radio a lot better than TV too, because I mean, this way, when I roll out of bed, well, about noon, I don't have to really worry about taking a shower, do anything like that to be on the radio. So when I was on TV, I'd have to get up early, like 9 or 10 in the morning.
Yeah. I wish it was 9 or 10. Brian, you want to talk about the State of the Union? What's going on, buddy?
Well, I think you've got it all wrong with Obama. I think the future for America economically is green energy. I think it's the direction that we need to go. And quite frankly, I don't see anybody in the private sector putting the kind of investment in it that they need to. I mean, the only way we're going to get green energy off the ground is we've got to have the government step up and start doing what needs to be done.
Let me ask you a question, Brian. Just out of curiosity, you own, say, Brian, you are the CEO of Brian Industrial, and you're involved in various different. You're an industrial company. You make turbine engines. You make fluorescent light bulbs. You do all sorts of different things, and you've got engineers working at your company. But you know that the government that your company happens to live under makes decisions on what industry they're going to put money into. Let's say it be ethanol, or let's say it be fluorescent light bulbs, or let's say it be solar or wind or whatever it may be. Why in the world, as the CEO of that company, would you invest money in anything else, knowing that the government that you work under has already decided who the winners are going to be?
Because it's for the betterment of society. And if I own a corporation, my first thought is, well, how is this going to benefit?
Okay, but your idea. Let's say you've got engineers there where you would be able to make profitable new types of energy sources that would make you money. Wait a sec, let me finish. Okay, I'm not arguing with you, Brian. Okay, you'd say you want to do this, you want to create green technologies, all this stuff, but what if you couldn't bring your green technologies to market because the government and some bureaucrats are deciding that they rather go in a different direction, even if their ideas are worse than yours?
Well, you mean because if I can't turn a profit at it?
No, you're not going to. No CEO, okay, is going to go head to head with the government. If the government got out of the way and stopped deciding who the winners and the losers were going to be, you would have more technologies. You don't see the government getting involved in the cell phone market or the MP3 market, and you constantly get new innovations in those technologies. But the government decided back in the 1990s, Al Gore cast the deciding vote. He admitted he only cast this deciding vote and voted for it was because he wanted to get himself elected for ethanol, where we subsidize 58 cents a gallon, Brian. It doesn't make any sense. It's not environmentally friendly. It's a waste of money. And the same thing holds true with solar technologies. We just aren't there yet. They're not efficient yet. We talked about the electric cars. We talked about the electric cars here on the program. As of 2 weeks ago, they'd only sold like 10 Nissan Leafs nationwide. I forget how many Chevy Volts.
Government grants for people that want to buy them. They ought to offer more government grants.
But what I'm saying, Brian, is what you want is not being achieved because of government. Do you understand? If the government gets out of the way, we will have better technologies. These things will be invented. The government is holding back the future, not pushing it.
Chris, if you just get out of the way and let the government take the lead in green energy, you have no idea how far we can get ahead.
Brian believes that people with law degrees, people with law degrees that have very little government, very little private sector experience whatsoever, that aren't even engineers, have the ability to decide and the wherewithal to pick and choose what technologies are going to happen and what things are going to work next. No, it doesn't work that way, Brian. It doesn't work that way.
It should work that way because I'm sick and tired of corporations putting profits ahead of people.
Economics, Brian, is like osmosis, all right? Capital will flow. Capital will flow if the government gets out of the way where it needs to. The market will decide. Thanks for the phone call. Callers, be patient. Have to take a break. 866-977-4820 is our number. 866-977-4820. You are listening to Tampa Bay's only place to vent, The Chris Markowski Show. News Talk 820 WWBA.